Hey, you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever said, I need to be better with money, but you keep repeating the same patterns, overspending, avoiding, hyper saving, overthinking, impulse decisions, financial anxiety? What if I told you it's not a discipline problem? Really, it's a personality pattern. All right, let's unpack it. So, today we're going to talk about money personalities. Because whether you realize it or not, it is running your financial life. Now, first, let's normalize something, okay? You are not random with money. You're not. You are patterned, whether you like it or not. Your behaviors make sense when you understand the emotional blueprint behind them. And once you see the pattern, then you can change it. Now let's break this down a few common monthly personalities. So as I describe these, I want you to sit back and I want you to just notice which one feels the most familiar to you. Now there's no shame, just awareness, okay? So number one is the avoider. This is the person who doesn't check their bank account regularly. They ignore their statements, they delay looking at their credit, they hope that things are just going to work themselves out magically, and the avoider isn't irresponsible, they're just really overwhelmed. Now avoidance is protection. So if looking at the numbers triggers anxiety, your brain says, let's not do that. But here's the cost there, because there's a cost to avoidance and it creates more anxiety long term. That's the thing about it, is clarity reduces it. Now, number two is the controller. This is familiar. This person tracks every single thing. They have spreadsheets, budgets, savings goals, categories, all the things, and they feel the safest when everything is accounted for. But here's a hidden side note for this one. When something goes off plan, they spiral. I spiraled because control equals safety. If this is you, your work isn't better budgeting. Wasn't for me. It's learning flexibility. Now, number three is the emotional spender. I can also resonate with this one too. But this person uses money to regulate their mood. Stress, spend. Celebration, spend. Bored, spend. Sad, spend. Money tends to become a dopamine hit, and the issue isn't irresponsibility either. It's emotional coping. And until you find a new regulation tool, the spending cycles will continue. Now, number four is the hyper saver. This one surprises people because they save aggressively, okay? They rarely spend, they delay their enjoyment. They're all about delayed gratification, but underneath the surface, really there's this fear of scarcity. And they may have money, but they don't actually feel secure with the money that they have. Security isn't just about the amount, it's really about the internal safety. Number five is the provider. Now, this person takes care of everyone else financially, like their family, their friends, maybe their partner, their kids, and they feel valued when they are giving to others. But sometimes they neglect their own stability and generosity without boundaries. And obviously, this will lead to burnout. Now, here's the important part. You are not one of these. You probably have a mixture of two or three of these. And your personality may shift depending on stress levels, income changes, life transitions. This can fluctuate. But awareness is what really changes everything. So let's go a little bit deeper here. So your money personality didn't form randomly. It formed usually in childhood, in conversations you overheard, in what you watched your parents do, maybe what you watched on TV, in moments of lack, in moments of instability, cultural expectations, and in survival seasons. Your nervous system learns something about money early in life, and it's been operating from that belief ever since. So here's the shift. You don't need to become a completely different person. You actually need to regulate the version that feels unsafe. If you're an avoider, start with 5-minute check-ins. Maybe if you're a controller, you practice small amounts of flexibility. If you're the emotional spender, maybe you need to pause before you purchase and name the feeling that you're feeling. And if you're that hyper spender, maybe you need to practice intentional enjoyment. If you're a provider, maybe you need to set one financial boundary for yourself. Growth isn't about extreme, it's about intentionality. And I just want to say something important. Your money personality is not just your identity, it's your adaptation. And adaptations can evolve. You're allowed to mature financially, and you will. You're allowed to feel safe with money. You are allowed to build structure without becoming rigid. You are allowed to earn more without sabotaging it. If you ever felt like, why do I keep doing this with money? Like, I don't get it. Now you know. You're not broken. You're patterned, okay? And patterns can be rewritten. That's the thing that I love. So here's your assignment this week, okay? So I want you to write down, my dominant money personality is fill in the blank. Then ask, when did this start? What was I protecting myself from? And what would a regulated version of me do instead? That question really changes everything. Now, if this resonated with you, I want you to comment your money personality below. No fear, no shame, right? And if you're ready to build a regulated, confident, rooted relationship with money, let's go, okay? Subscribe, because we are not just talking about budgeting. We're not just talking about foundations. We're talking about the emotional intelligence and wealth, okay? And that combination really changes everything. This is Mo. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.